Yep.
You can see I've had to cut out big square hole in the top of the wall with a big angle grinder. I then had to knock it through with a hammer just to make the gap big enough for the air extractor to fit. I'm now strengthening the I-beam with extra pieces of metal that I'm welding in just to strengthen the I-beam, and then I've made a metal bracket to hold up the dust extractor. And what I'll do is, once I've placed the dust extractor in the hole of the wall, I'll then weld it to this bracket. It's not great, the welds, but hey, they work. That's the hole for the dust extractor. What I had to do is, once I've placed in the hole and welded it up, I had to fill the gaps with expanding foam and then place cement all the way around just to strengthen it a bit more and make it water resistant. I then bought a louver off the internet and placed that on the outside of it so it looks nice and it will stop any rain from coming in, but it will let air go out.
So I've done half the roof already. Just sprayed it with the Schultz gun. This one here. This is an empty U-Pole Raptor bottle. I filled it with just masonry paint. Put it through the Schultz gun, and that's just water, by the way. Cleaned it out. Put it through the Schultz gun, but it has left everything in here with a layer of paint over everything. Just look at everything here. It will come off, but it's on the scooter. Oh, it's absolutely everywhere. But let's just disconnect that. There we go. Well, anyway, it's pretty quick. It's actually very quick. I sprayed all of this in about an hour, to be honest. So much quicker than the. So I've done all that wall, all up there, the ceilings, between the joists. Much quicker than painting and rollering, definitely, but a bit more messier in certain places because you just get like the overspray. See here on the welder, I've got overspray here on the welder and on my little seat. I had a slight accident as well. I fell off the ladder. I had this extendable ladder here in between these joists here. And I was up there spraying. I was spraying above myself, behind myself, and then the whole ladder came back. You know, I fell backwards, landed on these shelves here, fell down. My arse landed on that and actually bent it, which I'm surprised at. Luckily I got a big one. And but I had 4 cans of expanding foam that I just bought today. In a carrier bag, and I landed with my arse on them as well, and I burst one and the foam went everywhere, all over my trainers, my legs, my hands, over these Vespa tyres. So a lot of cleaning up to do, but it's a lot quicker than actually painting it and rollering it by hand. It's definitely going to make the garage look a lot more cleaner as well. Blown all the dust out, the shelves up there are now clean, all those gaps are closed up, the gaps up there are closed up. In between the joists, all the dust and cobwebs have gone, and I'm going to put lights up there as well. I've got strip lights or LED fluorescents. I've got one I'm going to put on this beam over here, and one I'm probably going to put on this beam here when I'm finished. I think for tomorrow I'm going to leave this dry for tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to clean up some. I've got some camping stuff there, so I'm going to clean that up, get all the dust off it, and then stick it up there in that corner. It'll give me more room in the garage to work with, and I can work my way along. But it's definitely look a lot brighter in here as well because of the white ceiling. It's going to reflect the light a lot better. Nearly done. Oh, and I also got the screws for the to go on the roof. So I'm going to climb on the roof. These are the washers for them, and these are the, I don't know what you call them, self-tapping screws, not too sure, but they've basically got a little drill bit on the end, and it's got a socket end on it, or a hex bit, on the ends. I tried to get one with just normal screws, but I didn't have them. These are long enough to go through the metal roof on top, drill through that, and then go through the 2 bits of plywood. The original plywood that was up there, and now my plywood that's up there. And then once that's all screwed down with the washers, and it's squished together all the layers to make them all one solid layer, then I'll go up there, and I've got this box here. It's my delivery of U-Pole Raptor truck bed liner. It's the see-through one, the clear one, that you can actually tint by mixing it with a 2K paint. So you get like a 2K base coat, and you mix it in with the U-Pole Raptor, shake it up, and then go on the roof, and then I'm going to use the air hose, climb on the roof and spray the whole roof. I'll be on top of this side here, start at the back, just work my way to the front, and then hopefully cover it, and then I'll give it a complete whole layer of waterproofing, so then it should never leak again. So it should be all sturdy, stable, and leak free, hopefully. Anyway, that's my progress so far. Well, I've got the garage lights sorted. Got an LED strip here, 7-foot fluorescent. Well, it's LED, but got 2 5-foots there. Got a 4-foot over there. And I think it gives pretty even light. We moved the switch from over here, where you had to lean over and touch it, to a switch here. So you just come in the door here, and straight away you can turn the lights on and off. Also did the lights outside as well. Well, that was pretty good, because that only needed the bulb changing, which turned out to be a bit of a result. So that's the light here, so I can work out here. The only thing is, that's on a motion sensor. On the night time. So what I want to do is, I want to change that from a motion sensor to a hardwired switch onto this one here. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I'll be able to flick this on and off, and that will flick the light outside on and off, so I can actually work outside on a night time or an evening. But so far, I've got all these lights up and all working. They're all in sort of series. I don't know if that's the correct term, but just turn them off, turn them back on. It's all turned out alright. The only thing is, the only thing I would change is, these ones here are fluorescent tubes, glass fluorescent tubes, and it didn't come with a plastic cover. Though when I bought it on eBay, the advert shows it with a plastic cover like that smaller one over there. Which is good when I'm moving ladders about and bits of wood, because I know I'm going to hit it at some point and rain glass down on me. So I'm going to have to get a fluorescent tube. Tiger. Tiger. Tiger, go inside. Got baby foxes at the moment. You see them all running on the opposite garages over there. But they, oh, there you go. You can see, just see one in there. Just going behind the mini shell. But you hear them fighting with the cats all night long. So, Tiger, go inside. Go on, inside. And that's the other problem with the foxes out here. They will set off this light, which could annoy, say, the neighbours over there. Even though I've got that light aimed downwards, but still, it might. You're hiding. You're hiding. It's the I-beam. Some welds. Focus. Not very good. They're worse. They're even worse. Got this stuff here to focus to de-rust the I-beam. It says just wet the surface down, spray the surface with some water, and then spray this all over. Well, I'll tell you what, it smells like molasses. Alright, so here's the garage roof so far. I've painted all that, filled up all the gaps a bit, might have done a tad too much foam. There. Foamed up all here, put a new window in, put supports around it, new wood, sprayed it all white. I cleaned this I-beam and painted it. I cleaned it with, what did I use? See if it was here, I can't remember where I put it now. Ah yes, here. Furtan. Basically gets rid of all the rust and converts it into, as you can see here, like this black sooty stuff, and then you clean that off with water and a brush. And then I used the air gun to blow dry it, just to dry it with the air, compressed air, but you can see that it squirted up onto the wooden beams, so I have to paint them again, but I was just painting them with a brush rather than with the Schultz gun. And then once it's all dried and cleaned, use a paint called Pour 15. Anyway, so I painted it with a Pour 15, and it seems to work really well. It's like a hard ceramic paint. It stops rust coming through, and it's very durable. So I've got the pulley with the punch bag on it. I'll fix that wire. It's hanging a bit loose. But yeah, the punch bag just rolls up and down. And what it used to happen is it used to create a lot of rust, like dust from the rust, and you could see all of it in there. And that was from literally rolling up and down the rusty I-beam. And this will prevent that. I'm going to have one of the rollers on the I-beam for the punch bag, and I have another one for the air hose system that I'm building.